Sound general quarters.
Con radio receiving emergency action message. Recommend alert 1. Recommend alert 1.
Alright, so if we already didn't have problems with the rain and the trip and it being boring, so I got an alarm on the bike while I was driving it. Yeah, so air pressure, super low on the bike. So I got 32 in the back tire. All of a sudden it just popped up. It held. I drove for a little longer. It didn't go any lower, so I'm hoping maybe I just burped the tire or something, and I'd burped on the rim or something. So I'm gonna put some air into it and see what that does to it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get lunch and head home. This is a sign. Cut your losses early. Something I picked up a long time ago is this cool little kit. It's CO2 cartridges, and they're very handy. And they don't take up a lot of room. So now let's see if they work. I'd say that works. Okay, let's put some air in the tire. Normally I like where these are. Hey, the exhaust is hot. Just gonna okay, so well, when they say give her a shot, that's it's very cold, by the way. It is that cold. Let's see if we got any air in it. Yep, hey, we got air in it. All right, let's see if it'll get us home. That's pretty cold. Yeah, so that was a little strange. So I got a tire pressure alarm on the bike. It said I had 32 psi. Put a gauge on it, it said 36. So I put CO2 in the tire, charged it up, and it said I had 42, and now it says I have 35. So maybe my TPMS has gone out, which probably sounds expensive to replace. Hope it didn't. I can tell you this, though, I gotta get gas, so that'll be the primary thing. And we only got 11 miles to get where we're going, so I think we'll be okay on gas. Hopefully. I better keep a guy on that tire pressure, because now I'm self-conscious about it. Even though I'm pretty sure it's reading wrong, I'm gonna keep an eye on it anyway. What's funny is it happened the same time that the fuel light came on, so I wonder if maybe it rained, fuel light, I don't know. Let's hope. So I sure don't want this thing to take a crap 100 and something miles from home. It'd be kind of dank. Well, nothing to do now but see if I can make it home. So let's try to make it home, I guess. Okay, this marks the end of the Trace trip for this trip. Anyway, I will come back to finish it. Just not today. Not with the tire troubles and hunger and just absolute boredom. It looks like north of here, it actually looks like it gets more hospitable. But yeah, I'm done for this time. Next time I think I'll start it here and then go north, or I'll start up in Nashville, up in Trace, and head south. But for now, this is it. So I'm gonna go by, well, I need to go by the Queen's Reward Meadery, and I need to get food. So whichever one I bump into first, I guess that's the one I'm gonna get. Okay, so we are done with the Natchez Trace for this weekend. The TPMS is still reading off by like 10 psi, so that makes me a little even knowing that I know it's off and it's not reading right, it still makes me jittery to see that on the screen. So I'm gonna take that as a sign. This is good for now. The cards are stacking up. I've got a full house here. It's I'm gonna call this one. So far we got 583 miles. By the time I get home, it'll be probably 600 and almost 700 miles for the 2 days. So that's not bad. Got some riding in. I got my psychotherapy in. Well, that counts for something. But yeah, that road is just, it may be better going from north to south, or just starting in Tupelo and heading north. But that stretch between Tupelo and Natchez is pretty boring after a while. So for now, I'm back on 78. Gonna head home. Plan on eating a nice steak dinner at home tonight. And unless something else happens, that's gonna close this one out. So hopefully the TPMS doesn't actually start reading right, and then I don't believe it. Of course, got the project bike coming up. I'll be working on that for at least 3 more months. I've got the handlebar swap that on the Harley that the company has finally said do the damn bars, and I'm like, okay, damn it. So that'll probably be the next video up, and I'll probably do that one before this one because I owe it to them. So TPMS is acting up again, and even though I know it's fake, I know it's not real, it's still it's real unnerving. Okay, so it turns out I thought my TPMS was giving me a wrong indication, but something was telling me go ahead and go home, get this figured out, see what's wrong with the bike, see if it's electronic, and so this is what I found. All right, so as you can probably see from this video, the tire is really flat. So I'm going to get her up on the center stand where I can take a better look, and I guess we're gonna find out where this hole is, I guess. Let's dig. Here's a question I get a lot. How to get the bike up on the center stand in the easiest way. And this is what I found. If I put boards under the back tire, put the bike up in this highest mode as I can, where you'll see. So I have the bike in 2-player mode, which puts the suspension as high as it can go. Now I'm gonna drive up on top of these boards, and that'll make the bike even higher. All right, so now that the bike is up on the boards, and I'm in the highest position possible with the suspension lifted. Should be able to get the bike up on the center stand by myself. Okay, we're good. I hope you got that. Alright, so now I got the bike on the center stand. I'm going to get these boards out of the way. And we're going to take the tire for a spin and see if something just sticks out to us. It doesn't look like there's a nail in the tire or anything. So now let's get our bottle of soap and see if we can find something leaking. Alright, so I checked the usual suspects first. I checked around the valve core, sprayed inside the valve core itself. So now I'm going to start catching the, checking the bead. Okay, we're going to give her a few more turns around here, just letting it soak to the bottom. Alright, pretty convinced there's nothing on this side. Let's check the other side. Alright, got a pretty good coating of soapy water. We're going to keep going around. Well, I'm not seeing anything, are you? Oh, and we found it. So that's our culprit. Alright, so now we just have to pull that out and get her plugged. This is a game I know how to play, so let's do it. So this is a kit that I use when I'm on the road. And then when I'm home, I'll use the bigger kit with actual big rubber cement. I've got rubber cement in this case. But obviously I guess that's the tragedy of rubber cement in a little tube, is it gets busted, and that one did. Still usable, but yeah, that's a lot easier to use out of a bottle. But so I got my CO2 cartridges here. I've got my nozzle, which you saw me use on the side of the road, which gave me air, and then a little air chuck, air tool pressure tester. Call it what you want to. This is my video. I do what I want. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this nail, now that I've found it. Let's get that nail pulled out. There we go. A little bitty thing. Well, it used to not be a little bitty thing. Alright, see if we can get some reaming done on her. gonna leave that there while we get our patch ready. So what does this do? This gives you a more distinguished hole to use, where you don't have such a hard time getting the plug in. So say what you will about these, I'm a big believer in these rope plugs. I've used them a lot, and unless you just have a very nashy gashing hole, they fit well. So let's, I would say sparingly, but I mean, Jesus, we know better. The rubber cement, it acts as a lubricant, so get as much as you can on it. The soap for the cord works well too, but I mean, this is, you gotta be quick. All right, so we're leaving a little bit of the cord out. We're gonna push with our fender and pull that out. All right, we're gonna let that sit. Let's give her, I don't know, let's give her about 30 minutes to set. That'll give me time to go watch Kevin Bacon's new series, at least one episode of it. I'll be back. All right, so finished project. It's holding air. Trimmed it off a little bit. I've always tried not to trim it all the way flush. I'll leave a little bit out, let it push and pull a little bit, let it make its own way in the world. So I've plugged probably 10 tires, and they've held every time except for one. You saw that when I made a video of that, but that was because the hole was made by a screw, and by the time I stopped it, it had just shredded the tire. But even it held long enough to go from Nashville down to the Jack Daniel's distillery, and then back up to Nashville, and then back to Memphis the next day. I got a little grease on me. So it works. I know people don't agree with them, but I've put patches in, I put plugs in. They hold, but I believe in them. You know, and when you're faced with a tire with less than 1,000 miles on it, and you've just paid $200, $250 for that tire, you want to get your money out of it. So, you know, do what you want. I'll do what I want. Do what you feel safe. I would never, you know, tell anybody do something you don't feel safe, but I'm telling you can trust a plug. All right, so that's the end of this video. Yeah, we're going to try to tackle the Natchez Trace another day and hopefully be able to knock it out of the park. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Woo!